Number 67, your classic for circles, asks you to solve for the missing variable. So we have the missing variable x here. So this x is given as the measure of the arc, denoted by this arc here, this leftover arc from the sum of that segment and that segment. Let me change the color so we can differentiate a little bit. So we have, we know that the measure of this larger arc is 300 right here. So if we find the difference between the measure of the total arc of the circle, so that would be 360 minus 300, would give us the leftover arc here, this arc measure of 60 degrees. And so in order to find x, we need to solve for this angle right here. And we can solve for that angle by saying that the larger angle on this side is 300 degrees. And since we know that this segment here is a radius, and this segment here is a radius, they are of equal measure. Also, this, if we're looking at these two triangles here, we know that by the reflexive property, these two sides are congruent, and also these two sides are congruent by the bisector theorem. So we have two congruent triangles by SSS congruence, which means that the corresponding angles, particularly when we're looking at these two angles, must be congruent, and so we can say that they're of equal measure. And that means that if we have two angles of equal measure, so if we have, let's say, x and then x, then their sum, 2x, must be equal to this total measure, and that total measure we know is 60 degrees. So then we know that 1x is equal to 30 degrees. And in the end, that 1x does give us the measure of that arc, which is 30 degrees. So that's our answer.